Okay, thank you for being with me during this video series about being moving from beginner to tournament chess player. Now let's do a recap of what we learned in this video. The first thing that we learned in this video is that there is some preparation before you actually go to play to the board. Be sure that you have a good location, that this hotel that you're gonna be is not that far from the tournament site, that you have healthy food available close by, or that you need to bring your own healthy food from home. Be sure that you have snacks. Gaming 2 hours is a long time, and you may need some dark chocolate and orange juice to give you that extra kick for a long battle. Also, it's very important to know the rules. Be sure that you say adjust before moving any of your pieces or adjusting any of your opponent's pieces. Also, remember that if the tournament director has to be called for any reason, before you start looking for the tournament director, stop the clock. Don't go to look for the tournament director with your clock running. The tournament director cannot give you that time back, and maybe later, even if you're right, you may end up being in a worse position because the time that you lost on the clock when looking for the tournament director. After you finish your chess game, always acknowledge your opponent. I know that some games are very tough and you feel disappointed, but don't be a sore loser. Recognize that if you lose a game, your opponent did something right, and shake hands and say, good game, and try to analyze the game with your opponent. Right after, it doesn't have to be an hour or two, it can be 10, 20 minutes. Try to get your opponent's side of the game. What was in his mind? What was his thought process? What he thinks about your opening, or what was your critical mistake? What you did right? What you did wrong? It's very important for you to get that feedback. So if you acknowledge your opponent, he's very likely to go over the game with you. Finally, it's very important for you to use your tournament games to become a better chess player. The first thing that you need to do is to be sure that you don't lose those games, that you keep them safe, that as soon as you go back home, you're gonna annotate those games. Try to write down the ideas that you have, what your opponent told you, as soon as you can before you forget them. Later, you can ask one of the high-rated players at your club, or a coach on the internet, or someone that understands chess better than you, and ask his or her opinion about the game. Usually, even if it's a friend, try to invite him for coffee and a sandwich. Many chess players, they make the mistake that they get somebody that is high-rated to look over their games, but they want that for free. I mean, like, okay, this is my game, analyze it for me, and that's it. No, if somebody is giving you their time to analyze your game, at least invite them for a cup of coffee, a sandwich, so the time that they are spending on your game is sort of compensated. I'm not gonna say that analyzing a chess game is worth a cup of coffee and a sandwich, but if it's one of your friends, just don't be that kind of person that wants people to go over long games and do that on a regular basis without giving that person, even small talking for their time. Don't be that, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to spend time going over your games. If you have the means, you can find a coach, somebody that you pay and keep track of your progress over time. It can be face-to-face or over the internet. It depends what your learning style is. If you feel that you feel somebody face-to-face, try to find a local coach. If you can work over the internet, try to find a coach to work on the internet. That being said, you analyze your games and write down a small summary with 3 lessons that you learned from that game. It doesn't have to be like mistakes. You can write down 3 things that are good and 3 things that you need to improve. In that way, you can check over time if you are improving those areas that you're supposed to be improving, like time management or opening or end game play. So it's very important that you have something to keep track of your progress. Like I am playing better rook endgames now than I was doing a year ago. Those notes are very important. But the most important thing is keep enjoying chess. We can learn chess in one afternoon, and it can take us a lifetime to master the game. But what is important is that along the way, in the path when we start learning chess, we met very interesting people. We fight our battles over the board regardless of what our level is. We probably gonna play 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 games, 10 games that we are very proud of. That we think that those games are very good, and we're happy to show them to people. More importantly, we are using our brain. So as we become older, our brain is gonna be very happy that we use it. We're still healthy, prevents on Alzheimer's diseases or just being plain boring or antisocial. I think that chess is a very good tool for you to socialize, to stay healthy, and to play a game that has an artistic component. I am very happy to be your guide during this course, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or contact me. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye-bye.